Yeah. Hi. Thank you for your patience, dude. I was like setting stuff up for stream, and you know, right before I even get started, I was just like, bro, why are my links taking forever to open? I had to restart my router, and then I tried to open the app, and it just stays on the home screen, like just the Spectrum screen for like a couple minutes. I'm like, dude. I hope you guys got your coffees on hand. Are you guys drinking anything tonight? Today, this morning? Okay, sorry. I just saw that I had top chat on instead of live chat. I don't know why that's like a thing. Who cares about the top chat? You want the live chat on the live stream. Yeah, let me fix my audio a little bit. And then I was looking for one more thing. I need to pull up. Oh, I do have this. Perfect. Okay. Maybe I should move this. Take off the text. We could change the text. As soon as I can find. Here we go. Good morning. I woke up this morning and I was like, bro, I don't want to wake up. I don't know, should I keep it here? Maybe I'll just move over a little bit more, like here. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay. We're not top, of course not. Of course you're not top. You're bottom. You're bottom. You're waking up for us, of course. I got like the these insulated curtains, you know, because I mean, I don't know if it's really helped. My hands are still super cold, but I have like an awful draft for my bedroom window specifically, because my apartment is a railroad apartment. So basically it's just all the rooms are like stacked together, right? One after another. So it's just like one long hallway of rooms. And that means you only have windows on two sides. My bedroom window faces the street. And it's there's an awful draft. At least I have two windows in my room. My roommate, on the other hand, doesn't have any windows. So I at least got the windows. But the thing is, maybe it's because there's two windows on this side, but it's so cold over there, and I have like the heater in there too. The furnace? Whatever that like metal thing is, but I feel like it just doesn't really work. But if I go to the kitchen, which also has a window and also has like the little heater thing, it feels warm over there. Like it feels completely normal. So you have to pay extra for the luxury. I do pay a slightly bigger cut. But my roommate's kind of like a homebody anyway. She doesn't really care for like windows or anything. It wasn't much of a hard convincing to do. Let's see. Let me catch up on the chat. Got a coffee. Breakfast tea. Yeah, you know what? If you want to make yourself present for today's wake up with me, our weekly Zatsu. I mean, I guess I kind of consider this our Boomer Summit. Our Boomer Summit is just whenever we do a Zatsu, yeah? Why am I saying yeah? It's up to me. I guess so. Let me see some coffees in the chat. Or what did you order at the cafe? Get yourself something at the cafe. What did you get? Let me see that in the chat. I actually did set up my hand cam. I got I have my coffee here. Okay, it's kind of shitty if I just lift it up. It's not that warm anymore either, because my room's so cold. I have like my bedroom, because we have a couple of rooms in here. I think it's what, 4 rooms? I have my bedroom, and then I have like my computer room, and then my roommate has a bedroom, and my roommate also has a computer room, and then we have a living room Wait. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Here's my coffee. I got this cup. It says, what does it say? Clouds. How do I turn this? How do I get Clouds cat? I'm directionally challenged. Clouds cat. I got this at Tesso Mart. Like this little like Japanese lifestyle store. I guess I just spent so much money over there. I was just buying snacks, you know. I spent so much money over there. They're like, oh, you can add this for free. Really? Okay. The real reason I wanted the hand cam up is because I'm gonna do our affirmations. I want to make this a thing. I've been trying to pull one every morning, but I don't remember. Can you guys give me a number? First number I see. This is the number card we're gonna pull. Let's see. Good morning, J4. Got some pretzels at the cafe. We'd love to see it. Good morning, Dennis, with the coffee. Good morning, Eric, with the tea and the cake. Oh my gosh, you know, I've been really wanting to go get cake. Maybe I might go today. I've been kind of holding back on sweets. Well, I did get my favorite candied pineapple the other day, but I got it from a different store, and it's a little bit too sweet for me. I do like cake, and I got boba the other day too, because I was just like, I was kind of not struggling this week. Oh, our little Okay, maybe I should move this. Okay, I'm gonna move this up. And it's not even even! It's not even Stevens, the little pop-up. It's not even Stevens that bothers me. 1916 and 49? Okay, I'm not gonna pick a 49th card. That's a lot of counting. I'll do 19. I'll do 19, okay? Alright, okay. Are you ready for this? Okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I went so much from the cafe with the calorie. Hey, this is a calorie-free cafe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe I should have shuffled this. 10. Gosh. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Alright, here it is. Here's our card. Here's our card. What's our affirmation today, folks? You know what? Let me read it. Winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners. Ooh. Can you see it? How do I get this to You can kind of read the blobs. Yeah? I don't know how to make it You can kind of make out what it says. Winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners. I feel like we got this before. I feel like we got this last time. I guess we need the other reminder. I guess we just needed a strong reminder. Don't be a loser, guys. Don't focus on winners. Be a winner that's focused on winning. Wait. The chat on my screen. Wait. I just realized this isn't updating either. Let's refresh this. Give it a second. Give it a second. Why is it coming up like this? Let me... Okay, and then we paste this. Okay, I don't know. What's up with that? Ooh wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? Okay, alright, here, let's I have another one we can use. I think my OBS is long overdue for some spring cleaning. A lot of the stuff is kind of I don't know if wonky is the word, but kind of dragged. I dragged out the sources on accident. Okay. Yeah, I need to do some cleaning. My OBS is a mess. I haven't had a chance to sit down and clean it. Right. It will load in, right? Right. 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 Where is it? Where is it? Hello? Copy the link. Paste it down. Okay. Alright, well, I guess, what do you guys prefer? You guys to have this on here? Or you guys prefer to have no chat? I guess this one doesn't work either. What is going on? What is going on? I'm doing the same thing as usual. Ryan, I'm winning, I'm winning! Did I just have this up here? I don't know. I think it looks kind of ugly though. What do you guys prefer? You guys want this, or should we go straight clean? Just me on the screen. Random question, but do you use those soundproof blocks? You know, I definitely should. I was just thinking about that last night actually. I don't use any soundproofing in my apartment. I really do think that I should. Because I feel bad because for my 11 a.m. stream, my roommate is like a cat, kind of. She likes to sleep a lot. So, yeah, I feel bad because I kind of like, she wakes up with me in the morning. But yeah, I don't have any soundproofing. I definitely should. But I don't know where to put it. And then on top of that, it's like kind of ugly looking, right? I don't know, because I was thinking, you know, I think I mentioned this before, but I've been wanting to like improve my apartment. They had like a huge IKEA sale. Well, it wasn't really a huge IKEA sale. I thought like a lot of stuff was on sale, but then I added stuff to my basket and none of it was on sale. I was just like, you know what? I'll wait. It's fine. I'll wait. Make sure I'm gonna have to do like all my measurements today, but I think I'm gonna buy like so much new furniture. I've been in need of a new dresser for like half a year now. But let's see, is anybody else like this? I don't like, I take a long time to buy something. Are you guys the same? I don't know, maybe I have I'm just really indecisive and I don't want to waste the money, and then, you know, like going back to return something is kind of a hassle. But I've been in need of a dresser for like the last 6 months, and I was just like, oh, you know, I'll wait until what is it, like Black Friday. I don't even know why I didn't look at it at Black Friday. I don't think I saw it any sale, maybe. I don't know. I feel like they should have had a sale. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But either way, because I got like this dresser a couple years ago, and it's already broken. I think I did like 2 years ago off of Target, and it's already broken. Because I think I probably put too much stuff in there. So the thing that happened was the bottom drawer broke. Like it just like the holes. It was like one of those ones where it had the pre-made holes, and you have to like put the wood pegs into the holes, and then it broke. So now I just kind of have to like stack my clothes wherever. Like I don't have any like storage. It's been a struggle, but it hasn't been like that inconvenient to the point where I'm like, bro, I need, like, I could hold off a little bit. And now I've had the dresser in my cart for like the last month and a half. But I'm thinking like, okay, I want to make sure that I get everything else that I want too. I'm gonna do it this weekend for sure. It's a long weekend. I'm gonna make the purchases. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna improve my life. Why did I start talking about that? I tell myself, oh, I'll move next year, so I'll wait till a new place. The same thing. No, I get that too, because I'm thinking like, oh, do I really want to get furniture? But I really like where I live. I really do like where I live. it's not too far from work. It's not, I like my neighborhood. I mean, sure, it's like a little bit cold here, but at the same time, I kind of think that the struggle is part of the charm. You know, you're living in the big city, like, oh, of course my apartment's gonna be a little cold. It's like an old apartment, you know? The struggle is kind of part of the charm. Also, hello, Phantom King. Welcome, welcome. I read live chat replay. Okay. I literally just loaded a dresser and getting rid of into a truck. Please take it off my hands. I am now deceased after leaving it alone. I just like calculate how much I'm spending. You know, I've been really bad with like my budget. I'm usually really good at saving money, but after my fun employed arc last year, my savings have been completely depleted. But I set aside a good amount this year, or no, this month. I just saw like a bunch of money in my checkings, and I'm just like, you know what? Let's just move a huge chunk over, and if I need to siphon just a small amount, then I will. But hopefully we don't get to that point. Let's just move over a reasonable chunk. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it works. But I think it all depends on how much furniture I'm gonna buy. I am in desperate need of a lot of new furny. I need the dresser. I also want to get like a new bookcase because I have like all of my figurines on this one. It is a bookcase, but it doesn't have like side panels, you know? So if you bump into it, which happens often, and it's like not really big either. Wait, I wonder if I can show you. Yeah, it's such a mess. It's such a mess. So I want to get like kind of longer one with stuff on the side so things don't keep knocking over. It's yeah. And I really don't have like, I'm running out of space. My friends got me like a lot of manga and like figurine for Christmas, and I'm just like, bro, I don't have anywhere to put it, but thank you. At some point you just break because it stresses you out too much. Yeah, and I'm just like, I'll just not get it, you know? It's like, I just kind of like, I don't want to call it suffering, you know? You're not really like super suffering, but it is just like mildly inconvenient. But the inconvenience does make it a little bit stressful, but then also like locking in on your decision also makes it stressful because you're also thinking like, well, what if I don't like it? I spend my money on food, that's it. Can I ask for an advance happy birthday since in a few days? Of course. Wait, let's see. What can I do? What can I do to make this fun? How about we? I also need to clean up my stream deck. I don't know where anything is. How about we do this? Happy birthday, Eric! Happy early birthday! I hope that you're gonna have a lovely early birthday. If we end up streaming on your birthday, then I hope you could stop by for the VOD, and maybe we could give you another happy birthday on the day of. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy early birthday, Eric. Happy early birthday to you. I hope that was satisfactory. Let me squish back a little bit. Oh, there you go. At that point, I would convince myself that I have too much stuff and not that I don't have enough storage. I've always been like Yeah, I like keeping my stuff. I probably have McDonald's toys from like, I don't know, 20 years ago at this point, man. My mom would always be, because my mom doesn't like to have a lot of stuff around in the house, so she'll be like throwing stuff away. But I'm not kind of, I don't know if sentimental is the word, but I do get attached to things quite easily. I have stuffed animals that I know would be better off to like, I guess donate, you know? Like stuffed animals, you want them to have like a nice happy home where they're gonna get a lot of attention. But at the same time, like I remember where I got all of them. I remember the day, I remember picking them out. And it's hard to let go. Like I had a bunch, maybe I didn't let those go though. I had a bunch of like frog stuffed animals. Like I had one that was a frog prince. I haven't seen him in a while though. So maybe I gave him away. But it was like a frog prince because during, I went to like, I wouldn't say it was like a summer camp because you went home at the end of every day, but like over the summer you go to this place every day and you get separated into classes and like, you know, you're just doing activity. What kind of activities do you even do? We made ice cream from scratch one time. And I don't remember what else there was. We learned High School Musical dance, and then there's also like a pool party that they had every year, because it was at the community center. So when you do the pool party, you could play like the different games, and then you could exchange. Did they have tickets? Maybe tickets and get stuffed animals. I got like 4 or 5 of them. And I didn't let them go for years. I don't think it was until maybe like I moved out and you know, I just wasn't home enough anymore. I didn't have any space in my apartment to bring the stuffed animals. So I was just like, okay, yeah, I guess you could give it away. But now that I think about it, the frog prince, I kind of miss him. Nostalgic, maybe? That's probably it. That's totally it. I'm very much like a nostalgic person. I'm so nostalgic. Note to self, keep giving Boomi disposable. Yes, disposable. That way I'm forced to throw it away. Airing out stuff is sad for real. The things are alive and would be sad if you throw them out. I blame Toy Story. I 110% blame Toy Story. My mom loved that movie as a kid, so my mom loved that movie as an adult. So when we were kids, we watched it like a whole lot. And not to mention that Disney Channel played. They play it? They kind of played it a lot. Maybe it was more Monsters Inc. and Finding Nemo, but I watched a lot of Toy Story growing up, to the point that my brother was Woody and I was Jessie for one Halloween. And yeah, I think like that was more of like a religion to me than like, of course toys have feelings. What do you mean? Have you not seen Toy Story? As long as it's in a couple of boxes and you aren't a hoarder. Yeah. I have so much stuff at boxes at like my parents' house, and my mom's like, when are you gonna take it? I'm like, what? You don't want to keep my memories here? I think I just have a whole box of just like school folders and planners. I think I even have a planner from the 6th grade. But the thing is, I doodled so much. So I like my planner from like 5th grade? Maybe I don't have one from 5th grade. But I know 6th grade, 7th, 8th, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? You can see how much I doodled. Like, I doodled about like how I was feeling that day, you know? It's like, not really a diary, but kind of like a diary. You guys will be my frog prince? Am I really a princess? You guys really think I'm a princess? I thought my toys were alive when I was a kid because I heard a noise in my room. That would be so scary. But it was just your house settling. Oh my gosh, that would be so scary. You know, I I remember when my family were on like a road trip and we went to Toys R Us because it was gonna be like, I don't know, like a 12-hour road trip, maybe plus. And because we were driving from like the south all the way to the north. So my parents, I think like a couple hours in, they're like, oh, you know, you guys are being good. Let's go stop by Toys R Us. We got to pick out a toy. And I remember the, it was called a PDA, a personal digital assistant. What was it? A PDA? Remember that thing? It was kind of like a smartphone before a smartphone. PDA. Not like a public display of affection. I found a Barbie one. Gosh, I'm trying to remember. What? It was called a what does it stand for? PDA. PDA. Meaning. Is that a personal digital, not public display of affection? PDA, tech. Oh, it is a personal digital assistant. Here, let me get like a regular picture of it. See? You guys remember those things? Isn't that crazy? I remember when I was a kid, I thought like as a grown-up, I would get one of those things. I mean, I guess it kind of did happen, but I mean... I did low-key feel a little bit bummed that they don't look like this anymore. Either way, I had a Barbie version of this, and I remember it was like dark on the road trip. Me and my brother were just playing on it. Like you get to do like check your email, you can go shopping. I don't know like how it worked, but I remember like you could do like ringtones, and they had the song do 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 do. Well, and we were just like, you know, playing with it, and I remember, you know, just playing, and it had a still image of Barbie on the screen, and then you got to press all the different buttons. We were just sitting there playing, pressing all the different buttons, seeing what it does, and then at one point, the still image of Barbie, she's sitting there smiling, right? Like, yee. And then we saw her move, like we saw her head move. And we both screamed, and I threw it onto the floor, and I was scared to pick it up. I think we just like stopped playing. Because we saw the Barbie image move. My parents were like, what's going on? What's going on? What are you guys doing? I thought for sure it was haunted. I don't know if I even played with it since. I remember I really liked the toy too, but I was really scared to play. Because, oh my god, I deleted the source instead of deleting the image. Oh no. No. Are you sure that you want to delete? Because the word is cut off on my OBS. This is what I mean when I said my OBS needs a cleaning. Okay, you know what? Let's just right click and delete. I was like, oh my god, what if I can't bring the source back? Thankfully, Control Z is a thing. PDD? A personal dictionary device? That's a thing? You have like a personal dictionary?
YK, subscribe to the channel.
YK, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Welcome, Boomer. I think we might be at 2.9k right now, so we're kind of like low-key road to 3k. I want to do a celebration when we get to 5k. I think that'll be really fun. I hope that we can reach it by the summer. I hope that we don't reach it until the summer, because if it comes like kind of fast, then I will be overwhelmed. I remember that episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force called PDA. Was it about the assistant, or was it about the affection? I can store kilobytes of stuff. How did they function with that? How does it, like, we saw the screen, like, how does it even work? Like, the Barbie one didn't have, like, a functioning screen. Did it? I don't think it had a functioning screen. I don't really get, like, how you'll be able to work off of something like that. I had the Furby as a PDA. I don't think I even had a Furby as a kid, now that I think about it. I I had like, you know, the McDonald's Furby, but I wasn't were you guys scared of Furbies? I don't think I really was. I don't think I really was scared of Furbies. I never had one either. They are quite jarring. Okay. You know, I had like a whole list of stuff that I wanted to talk about. And I veered right off track when I started talking about IKEA. That was much later in my notes. So, good morning, everybody. Thank you for meeting me at the cafe. I hope that you guys are having something good to eat this morning. I am here drinking my coffee. Let's see. Let's grab my coffee actually. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. I could find it. If I could find it. Where does it? Here it is. Here it is. There you go. I'm here enjoying my coffee. I hope that you guys are enjoying a nice drink too. I took a sip of my coffee and I swallowed it wrong. And on top of that, it's cold now. It's not warm anymore. The cup actually comes with like a little top that I can put on. And then the top has like a little cat. And then by the cat, there's like a little hole for... You can put a straw in there. So that way you can keep your... coffee warm. And before stream started, I was like, my room's pretty cold. My coffee might get cold really fast. Maybe I should go get the cap and like, you know, the straw and stuff. And then I could show you the completed cup. But then I also thought, if I get the cap, then I'll probably, you know, end up drinking with the straw. And I don't feel like washing the straw once I'm done with it. So I will just raw dog my coffee. And now I kind of regret it because I have like half a cup left and it's cold. It's cold. I'm gonna make some coffee after all this talk. What kind of coffee do you guys like? I have an espresso machine at home. I honestly didn't start drinking coffee until I started being like a full-time work girly. Well, I was working at home at first when I was living with my parents, and my mom had an espresso machine in her house. And I was thinking like, oh, this is really easy. You just get the pod and you put it in, and you just press the button. And I don't really have to think too much about like what kind of beans to get because I don't know anything about coffee. But at work we have like a really nice coffee machine. It's like, I looked it up and all I get on Instagram is ads for this. It was like a Terra Cafe coffee machine. Because I looked, it has a touch screen, right? And you can like set it to make coffee however you want it. You could get like cappuccino, and you can add, there's like a little straw you can add to like a cup of milk, and it'll steam the milk and make a cappuccino for you, espresso, a flat white, an Americano, drip coffee, like just a bunch of different features on there. And I was like, wow, this is sick. I looked it up. It was like $2,000, and now I can't stop getting ads on Instagram for it. And I'm thinking like, I don't need this at home, but I have it at work, and I'm gonna be drinking coffee 5 out of 7 times at work. But man, does it look nice? It sure does look nice. I do kind of regret having an espresso now, because now I understand a little bit coffee beans, and Nespresso just doesn't cut it for me. It just doesn't cut it for me anymore, as easy as it is. But I don't think I drink enough coffee at home to be like, oh, I'm gonna have to like completely get something new. And like, you don't even have to have like something expensive either. You could just get the grinder and then like the pour over stuff, right? I still don't really know the difference. Oh, a reusable pod. I need to do that. I was thinking about that too. Yeah, maybe I should do that. This is, yeah, less waste and it's cheaper. Because I think I only buy pods like maybe once every 3 or 4 months because I don't really drink too much coffee when I'm at home. Yeah, I do need... I need a place to put my coffee machine. My kitchen's a mess too. I really... Yeah, after this I'm really gonna be doing an IKEA haul. Xavier, hello, welcome. Hello. A $7,000 coffee machine? Wait, what? Does it really like make that much of a difference to have $7,000 coffee machine? I mean, okay, I'll be honest. While we do have like that really nice Terra Cafe coffee machine, not quite my favorite. I don't even know why. I don't even know. We had another coffee machine. I think maybe because it fills up my cup a lot more in a way that I like it. Whereas the coffee machine, I don't know why they unplugged it though, but not that I'm too scared to ask, but like, I don't know, nobody else is bothered by that being unplugged, and like our office is going through renovations and stuff. So I'm thinking like, you know, I'll just suck it up. I'll just use like the nicer one, but it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. Waking up with you is a boom in my day. Yeah, that's 3 big booms for you, Liano. Boom! Boom! Should I just steal that? Should I just steal that from... Who are the other guys? I only know the Rizzler. I don't know who the other guys are. The Rizzler, the other kid, and the... Not the dad, but kind of the dad. Technically not the dad. A pot coffee. Pot coffee. You know, I don't think I really mind it too much too. That was the coffee that I first learned how to make when I was at work. At my work, I'm the cute little office secretary girl. I make everybody the coffee. But now not anymore, since we don't use the pot as much. We moved on to the nice single serve coffee machine. Which I think is nicer because it's less waste when it comes to... Sometimes you'd be brewing a pot and it's like 2 o'clock and you think, oh, people are still going to be drinking coffee. But by the time they drink the coffee, it's already like lukewarm and nobody wants to drink it, so they make a new pot. Yeah. All I have is a small coffee boiler that goes in the stove, Greca. Oh, so like the one that you put on top of the stove. I think that's kind of like, what is it, like classic? It makes it cute. Like I would feel like I'm in Ratatouille. I don't know how to, you know, like when you want to romanticize cooking, so you listen to the Ratatouille soundtrack, da 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 da, and you're chopping stuff up, you're making yourself a little brekkie, you know, and just kind of like, oh, this ain't too bad after all. Nice machines do change the flavor a little, but like a cheap one does the trick. Oh, so the flavor comes out nicer. So that's probably why I like the other one better. Maybe this one's the one that's currently in use is a little too high class. I like the medium class one. It's like we have the coffee pot, and then we have the medium one that I like because it fills up my cup almost all the way, and then we have the super nice one, but it really fills up like, I don't know, like 3/4. It can like lattes and espressos and crazy stuff, but that family is coffee crazy. Oh, let's make good regular coffee. Oh, the texture changes too. That's crazy. $7,000 though. They really have to be coffee crazy. But I think one of the things about a coffee machine, at least what I notice about the two at work, like they can really, you know, you hook it up and it has like a nice screen. They have like nice, they really make it look nice. You hook it up, and you're like, oh, this is clean. This is nice. We're getting our kitchen renovated at work, so I'm really excited to see like how it's all gonna look together when we have, because they got the mood lighting on the coffee machine when you turn it on, and then like you have like this little dim backlight on the machine, so your cup is kind of lighting up. And you're like, oh, I'm about to have a nice cup of coffee. This is nice. I'm a very like aesthetically motivated person. If like my room or like if my environment is not in order, I have a small like lack of interest in doing things. I really want to like go to a cafe and you know, just sit there and like do work in like a nice aesthetic cafe. For some reason I feel like it would make me more productive, even though you could just do that shit at home. In fact, it's better to do it at home because you got all your files at home. But I'm also just like, I want to do it at a nice cafe surrounded by like other chic people. For some reason, I feel like I'll work better. I'll be smarter. Tesa, welcome. Hello, good morning. I live in a valley. Sometimes I'm in the middle of nowhere alone with a campfire and black coffee. Oh, that sounds so relaxing. That's so Red Dead Redemption. You know, the coffee over the fire. Oh, you know, I don't know if I could handle camping. I'm very much like a homebody, but I would love to go at least try once. Maybe like, I don't know, like glamping, but you know, I'm not really like fond of bugs. I used to be okay with bugs. When I lived on an island, I was like pretty good with bugs and stuff. I would catch them and release them and all that. I wasn't scared of like holding them in my hand. But then when I moved to a place with seasons, and you know, you spend your first summer without bugs, and you're like, oh, this can happen. Like, oh, it's a life changer. After that, I was just like, no, your bugs, no thank you. I've never been fond of like getting like dirty or anything, especially because I've always been the type to keep my nails long. So, you know, getting stuff underneath your nails, I don't know. I've definitely become soft, but I do want to go camping, like even just like a mini camping, even if it's just like staying outside for a couple hours at night and then going to hit the hay somewhere. I think it'll be so nice. Goofball Boomi enjoying an average cup of coffee. Boosted by LED. What can I say? I love the aesthetics. I love good aesthetics. I love being in a... looking at nice things and being in a nice place. It doesn't even have to be nice. It could be like cheaply put together. It just has to have the facade of looking nice. Thoughts on people waiting in line for Pokemon cards? You know, they do that. I don't know. Pokemon cards have gotten super popular lately, haven't they? I don't know. I don't really have like any what is it? I don't know if like attachments the word. I'm not like a... Never been into trading cards, to be honest. I think I told you this before, but like I used to have a huge stack. I still do. I don't know. I just don't know where it is. A huge stack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that my friends gave to me, and I thought it was cool to have them. But it's only because I like looking at the art. I have no desire to learn about like actually playing the game. I think collecting the cards and like having cool art, that's neat. That's neat. I think people waiting in line for anything, that's awesome dedication. What would I wait in line for? What have I waited in line for? I don't know if I've ever like waited in line for something like, oh, I gotta go, like, you know, like I gotta get in line to go buy this thing. I've only waited in line like after I actually got like, oh, I got tickets, I gotta go wait in line. You know, I would wait in line for SNL standby tickets. That's what I'll wait in line for. If I wasn't employed, I would go 8 a.m., go down to Rockefeller Center. I think that's where you gotta go. I think you go there Thursday 8 a.m. or something, and then you can wait in line and like you might get chosen for standby tickets. That's what I would do. I would do stuff for like I like entertainment experiences. But when it comes to like material things, I don't know. I don't really think that I'm trying to look around my room. I don't think I have like a lot of things that I'll be like, oh, I gotta wait in line for this. I think mine's is like more for experience. Did I ever get them SNL tickets? No, I never even tried to enter the lottery. I did sign up the other day for like they had like this experience for their 50th anniversary. What exactly it entails, no clue. It's probably not that good, to be honest. I'm thinking back to like Jimmy Fallon's, like he had a Tonight, what was it, Tonightmares? A Tonightmares thing. And so this was like around Halloween time, right? And the Tonight Show had a Jimmy Fallon nightmare themed haunted house. And I think it was like, I thought about going there for a stream, right? Or like some sort of like vlog or something. Thankfully I didn't, because I ended up watching this other guy's video on it. You pay like 40, it's like $60 or something. I don't remember how much it was, but it was not cheap for maybe like a 10-minute experience or something. You're walking through a haunted house, barely Jimmy Fallon themed. I think the only thing about Jimmy Fallon is like maybe he's narrating or something. We got this really like short haunted house experience. Yeah. So I got the email for like the SNL 50th anniversary experience. They're like, oh, you know, you could experience like a special thing about Studio 8H, right? And I've already done this tour of NBC Rockefeller Center, you know, whatever, you know, that building. I've done the tour over there. Do I need a special Studio 8H experience? They're probably not even gonna let you into the actual area. Probably going to like a recreation of the area. I've already sat in there. I've been there on the tour. If you're ever gonna go, if you're like into that kind of stuff, go in the summer, because SNL is not in they're not in season, so you actually get to go into the seating area in the audience, like on the second floor, and then actually get to spend time in Studio 8H. I did a whole stream about it back in September. Go ahead and check it out. I think it's called an SNL Deep Dive. I've been wanting to change the title though, because I don't feel like I was diving deep. I was just... Either way, if you're into that kind of stuff, if you want to hear my experience, go ahead and watch that VOD. Maybe I should cut it down for the 50th anniversary. Talk about my experience. I haven't watched SNL in years. The magic they had when I was growing up is gone. I feel like everybody has like their preferred. I mean, I think that's what everybody says. They have their preferred time. I don't know if my... I think for me, I've been watching it kind of like... I don't know, because I look back at skits from like 10 years ago and I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember watching this. I don't really watch it. I haven't been watching it like crazy until the last, what is it? Ooh, 3 years? Or 3 years, maybe? I think like 3 years ago was when I was like, you know what? I'll just start watching every episode. Because I like the, what do you call it? The not performance aspect, but like it doesn't have to be funny for me, right? I've seen almost all of the current cast like come in for the very first time, so it's been really interesting to see like how they grow into their own as a performer. I've actually been so lucky enough to like go see them perform like stand up too. I went to, well, this one I was really far away for it, but I went to Colin Joseph, Michael Che. They had a show at Radio City So I was like, oh my god, I have to go. And I was so happy that I did, because they brought up some writers and they brought up some cast members too. And I think at the time Marcelo Hernandez wasn't like, he was still like kind of new. He wasn't super popular, but I don't know. It's crazy to see like after the Domingo sketch, like how people are kind of sort of launched into near stardom. It makes me think like, oh, I wonder where's their career trajectory gonna go. It's like the same with watching Timothée Chalamet. Especially like recently with like his interviews and stuff. Like he's been making waves on this Bob Dylan movie press tour, right? Like everybody's like, yo, this guy ain't too bad after all, right? And for me, I remember thinking like, I don't know, like maybe 6-7 years ago, oh, I wonder who the new A-list actors are going to be, because eventually it's going to be people that are my age, like around my age. Timothée Chalamet is older than me, but it's still like, I don't know, not like he's, I wouldn't say, not like he's super relatable, but it's kind of like, oh, I could have been, I can imagine him being in my class growing up. So it's cool to see somebody who's sort of like in your general, I don't know, you know what I mean? I'm a little Chalamet out. He's been everywhere since like Wonka, right? I remember Wonka was like when they really started pushing him. And now of course they had him in Dune and stuff, but yeah. Only cast member who still make me laugh is Kenan Thompson. I used to love watching all that as a kid. And, you know, I didn't even know that Kenan Thompson was on SNL until, like, I don't know, like 2012 or something. Until, like, 2012 or something. But he's actually been on there since, like, 2003 or something, right? I think in 2003, I was watching the All That, like, reruns. I didn't even know that they were reruns. I didn't even know what a rerun was. I thought when they were performing on TV, it was always live. I was watching All That reruns. I think I really loved All That and The Amanda Show. So that's probably why I'm, like, really into SNL. I love The Amanda Show so much. Amanda Show. I've always wanted to go to like the live tapings for All That and The Amanda Show, but I don't think it was possible by the time that I was watching them. Yeah, Keenan and Cal. Who loves orange soda? I love orange soda. I do. The TV isn't little people who live in the fire. I used to thought that like CDs that CDs were the same too. I remember like listening to Michael Jackson, and it was like kind of late at night, and I was like, wow, Michael Jackson is so nice. Like it's like it's like 11 o'clock and he's still out here singing for us. Dumb kids. Dumb kids. Oh, I guess I gotta move my coffee here. Which doesn't make any sense, because now that I listen to all eras of Michael Jackson. My dad is like hugely into Motown, so I don't know what I was thinking back then. Like what, kid Michael Jackson is singing to us live? How does that make sense? No, of course not. I'm trying to look through my list of the things that I wanted to talk about and making sure that I'm not double covering stuff. Ooh. Okay, how is your New Year's resolutions going? How about we do a quick check-in on your New Year's resolution? How's that going for you guys? I'm jealous of Keenan though, Boomy. He got endgamed by Chucky. He got to get endgamed by Chucky Lucky Guy? What does that mean? What do you mean he got endgamed by Chucky Lucky Guy? Did he get snapped? Keenan got snapped? By Chucky Lucky Guy? Like Chucky? Finster? Or the doll? Brother thought I would understand when she speaks too fast. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I do speak kind of... I do speak a little fast. And my topics jump everywhere all the time. You know, I should practice to slow it down a little bit. So if I ever go too fast, feel free to just say, hey, could you repeat that? And I'll do my best. I'll do my best to accommodate. I've always had this problem where I thought, oh, I want to slow down when I talk a little bit, so that way I can process what I'm gonna say. Because personally, I get like a lot of anxiety after I'm done streaming, because I'm just saying whatever comes to mind, and then when I'm done streaming, I'm like, what did I say? I didn't say anything I shouldn't have, right? But then again, when I was streaming, I didn't feel like panic after I said something, so maybe things are okay. But still. You know Chucky the Killer Doll? I saw his... he was kind of like a big thing when I was at elementary school. And I saw The Bride of Chucky on TV one time. And I remember, like, I was never really watching horror movies growing up. And I remember The Bride of Chucky came on. I was like, oh, all the kids at school talk about how scary Chucky is, so I'm gonna watch it. And it was like this one scene where they killed a couple, I guess. And Chucky proposed to his wife by cutting off the finger. And he's like, oh, babe, would you marry me? And she's like, oh my god, you're so romantic. And, okay, I don't know. Oh my god. Ramses, thank you so much for being a boomer buddy. 7 months, lucky number 7. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just gonna steal that. I'm gonna be the boom tuber. Thank you so much, Ramses. For the 7 months being a boomer buddy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't believe we opened up membership 7 months ago. I wonder if that means I have to upload new badges soon. I don't know. I remember I ran out of badges really fast on Twitch, but I think we might still have time on YouTube. Wait, there are only 6 booms? I thought I did 7 booms. We have unlimited booms because I am booming. I am booming, so we have unlimited booms on my scale. For every month somebody subscribes, I'm gonna do that many booms. We're gonna be in so much trouble a couple years from now. Yeah, how's your guys', let's go back to the, you have to be in season... They have a Chucky TV show? They have a Chucky TV show? You know, I kind of remember hearing about that. I didn't know that was a thing. You got to be in the show? I mean, Chucky is kind of like a comedy horror, right? That was when I first realized comedy horror was a thing. Yeah, I got the boom pass. It's funny, as a kid, I didn't like horror movies, but as I got older, I'd watch them with my mom. Then one day in the summer of '06, she took me to... Ah! Is your mom into horror movies too? She took you to Best Buy and got you the Chucky movies. My mom didn't really get into horror movies until we... Maybe I was in like middle school or something. My mom, she would like take a nap at like, 'cause she worked early in the morning, so it was like maybe like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, she'd be taking a nap. But that would be ideal horror. Maybe when she sleep during a horror movie, I don't know. But that'd be the ideal horror movie time. What did we watch? The only one that I remember watching was Witch. Or Vitch with the 2 V's. Did you guys see that? Who made Witch anyways? I know Anya Taylor-Joy was in that. I think that's like her first movie. The Witch. That was Robert Eggers. The guy who did The Lighthouse. And doesn't he also do Nosferatu? He does do Nosferatu. And The Northman. I wanted to see The Northman. I haven't seen that yet. But I did see The Witch. I also want to see The Lighthouse. And I do plan on going to see Nosferatu really soon. Maybe I'll talk about that in a second. He's only 41 years old. The way he makes movies feels like you would expect him to be a lot older. My eye was itchy for a second. But that was the movie that I remember watching, and I mean, I guess now that I think about it, is it really like horror? Because I thought it would be really scary because I knew nothing about it, and like, you know, the atmosphere is really unsettling. I thought that there was going to be a lot of jump scares, but it was more like just unsettling than anything. I would rewatch it. I really liked it because it was kind of like a Here, let me read it. In 1630s New England. I was just like, I love history, so yeah. Especially like the age from like the 1100s to maybe like 1780s, right? I think seeing like that whole period and like the art and stuff, I don't really like have a reason for why I like it, but I don't know. I maybe it's just like all the learning that we did in school, but especially like 1630s in colonial America. Interesting to see it in like a perspective of I don't know, like in a movie that's like not a history movie, I guess. I don't know. I just thought it was really interesting because I never really like saw America like that, especially when you're learning about it. So yeah. In 1630 New England, panic and despair envelops a farmer, his wife, and their children when the youngest son Samuel suddenly vanishes. The family blames Thomasin, the oldest daughter, who was watching the boy at the time of his disappearance. With suspicion and paranoia mounting, twin siblings Mercy and Jonas suspect Thomasin of witchcraft, testing the clan's faith, loyalty, and love to one another. It was a really good movie. But I think because I was expecting a jump scare, I was expecting it to be like a regular, you know, what you think of when you see a horror movie. I wasn't like... what was it? Like immersed in it that much? I would love to give it another shot. I did like it though. I remember when it ended, I was just like, oh, that was a lot different than I thought it would be. I like it. It's a great film. Wouldst thou like the taste of butter? I guess it leans more, yeah, thriller and like suspense and maybe like, I don't know, like psychological thriller, but definitely like suspense and thriller. I do want to watch The Lighthouse, and I do want to watch Nosferatu. I want to have a movie night, hopefully, very soon, with where we watch the 1922 Nosferatu, and then I want to go watch like the 2024 Nosferatu in the theaters, so that way I can I don't know, compare, because isn't it crazy? 100 years apart. 100 years apart. That's wild. That's to think that 1922 was like over 100 years ago. Either way, I don't know. I'm excited to potentially do that. I hope we could do that really soon. The Bride of Chucky oh, The Bride of Chucky was full horror comedy. Ah, the Chucky TV show is great. Season 1 and 3 is the best. They had 3 seasons. I'm glad that it was like, you know, 1 good, 2, but then it went back to being good. Because sometimes when they go downhill, it just stays downhill. Yeah, no, because I saw Nosferatu is free on YouTube, so that's why I was like, oh, I want to watch the new version anyways. And if it's free on YouTube, maybe we could do that as a movie night in the Discord. I'll keep you guys updated on that, but I really hope that we can do it really soon. Really, really, really soon. that actually kind of brings me to kind of like a different topic. You know, I'm not really using that. I always think like, oh, you know, if I go down the list, it'll be really easy. But then I just end up talking about everything. So this doesn't really, never really relevant. Oh, here we go. Well, okay, I don't know how else to say it, but I will probably be streaming like maybe one day less a week, possibly. There's not really like any bad reason for it, but I think just like, you know, work is getting a little bit hectic. And yeah, it's kind of like a kind of like I wouldn't say half step. Yeah, I guess kind of like a half step back. I don't know, but yeah, I just kind of want to have more time to clean up some things and see how I can charge. Gosh, I'm really bad at saying this kind of stuff. I'm trying to say it in a way that doesn't worry anybody, but I think in general, I'm just feeling like just a little bit burnt out, slightly. Work is starting to pick up. You know, I was actually talking to my boss the other day, and he was like, yeah, we haven't been this busy in a really long time. I was like, oh, no wonder why it's been absolutely crazy. I thought this was just normal and I have to catch up. But okay, now I get it. Everybody is like everybody is like trying to adjust to this. But especially now that the holidays are done, and like I said, we are renovating our office. And we're gonna have like a huge party in the spring. So I really want to like give that my all. I've been, you probably could tell after winter break that I've sort of been like in a little bit of a limbo, I guess. And that's because I've been trying to focus, like give a lot more attention to work. And not gonna lie, when I do give like a lot of attention to work and I have a really fulfilling day, I feel really good after. So I want to keep trying to give that a chance. And you know, I think it's also because around this time is when I got laid off last year. I got laid off. You know, if you weren't here for that, I was gonna go on this huge vacation around this time last year. Wait. Yeah, I think it's almost been 1 year since I got laid off. I think I got laid off on like the 17th or the 19th or something like that. And I was gonna go on a trip to Japan and Thailand on like 20th or the 21st. That's not really the news you want to hear right before you know you're gonna spend a lot of money. And I think after that, it's been I don't know, if I ever have like a day where I'm just like, oh, I didn't do like my best today at work, I get like a little angry, like, oh, they're gonna fire me. And so I think I just need to build not just like being okay at work, but just like building my own mental security, I guess. You know, we worked hard to finish Red Dead. We started Red Dead immediately almost after we finished GTA 4. So yeah, we worked hard to finish both of those games, and I kind of want to make more content about those games since I had a lot of fun with them and stuff. But yeah, I think just like it's gonna be a little light in the coming months. I mean, yeah. They'll probably be seeing me for sure at least once a week. We'll probably be chatting at least once a week, but I'm gonna do like maybe 2 times a week, or maybe if we do stream once a week, I do want to focus on building our community and like spending time with you guys, just like outside of our regularly scheduled programming. So I want to do things like members only working streams that will help me be productive and like staying on top of the stuff that I want to do. So if you remember and we're like working on stuff together, I'll probably show you sneak peeks of the videos that I'm editing. I have so many videos on my phone from like the last 2 years because vlogging was like something that I wanted to do, and I took so many videos and I just never had the time or like the energy to just sit down and edit them. So I'm hoping that I can That's one of my resolutions too, is to edit, like learn how to edit videos or just like learn a new skill. And I think if you can edit a video, like it's kind of sexy, right? So I want to learn how to do that, and maybe that's something we could do in the members only working stream, so we could build our skills together. And like I said, I want to do a Discord movie night. I kind of want to try and be an obnoxious film bro, maybe. And so yeah, like I said, I kind of want our first movie night to be Nosferatu, the silent movie version, and then after that I want to talk about like the differences between the two movies and stuff. I did make a Letterboxd account too. I did make a Letterboxd account. What is a film bro? It's like, have you guys ever been onto like the film side of YouTube? The only film YouTuber that I watch is Karsten Runquist? I don't know. I feel like he is pretty mild in his takes. But you have people who are just like, I don't know. Oh, I don't watch Marvel movies. I watch high art films like, I don't know, Paul Thomas Anderson. I don't know if that counts. Something like that, right? Like those kinds of guys. Yeah, Film Bro's totally someone that will make fun of you for watching Marvel. I'm easy to please. I'll watch anything, to be honest. As long as it's not like... Yeah, I'll watch anything. I'll watch almost anything. I'll watch almost anything. Namaha, welcome. Hello, good morning. But yeah, I kind of want to like be a little bit more adventurous, and I mean, I like movies. Have you guys seen any good movies lately? I kind of got into watching movies, well, mostly because I was watching Karsten Runquist's channel at that time, and I was like, oh, I've never thought about a movie like that. I would just watch it. Like, I wouldn't think about like, oh, I like the costumes and I like the sets, and like I wouldn't think about how they tie not just the script and the acting. Like usually when you can watch, I don't know, at least for me, when I watch a movie, I'll just think of like how it made me feel, but I wouldn't think about like all the small bits of work that goes into making a movie and like how they tie it together, like seeing it as a group project finally coming together, right? And that kind of like changed the way that I wouldn't say watch movies, but I guess, you know, it gives me like a little bit more to think about it, I guess. Mad Max. Oh, you know, I've never seen any of the Mad Max movies. You know what turned me off from desert movies? My dad, he put on The Book of Eli on a long road trip, and we didn't go stop for snacks or anything, so I was thirsty and bored and watching who was it, Denzel Washington in the movie? I don't know, whoever is in the movie, just walking through the desert. It's hot and he looks bored too. So when I saw the trailers for Mad Max, I got the similar feeling. But I enjoyed Dune though. I like Dune. And maybe I will watch Mad Max. I don't even know what it's about. They just, they be racing. I just assumed that it was like Fast and Furious, but in the desert. Sonic 3 was the last movie I saw, and it was great. You know, Nay told me that the Sonic movies are super, super great too. I've never seen any of them before. I've never really had like a huge attachment to Sonic growing up, so that's probably why. But I heard that she told me it's like a good entry point into the series. I'd be down to watch them. I like, let's see. Because I want to start moving. I used to like add movie reviews, quote unquote reviews, to my journal. What kind of movies did I really watch? Let me look. I probably would add these to my Letterboxd later. I only have one movie on there, and it's The Fifth Element, and I didn't say anything about it. I just rated it 4.5 stars. I might bump it up to 5 because I really did. The more I think about it, I'm just like, I love that movie. It's so good. It's so fun. It's just a good time. Okay, so my rating system. I would share the page, but it's like my personal diary, so I won't share. But I'll read it out loud. So my rating system: 1 star is absolute trash and not in a good way. 2 stars, pretty fucking bad, but at least it was entertaining. 3 was it was fine and I liked it, had some merits, but it had its issues too. 4 means it was entertaining and engaging, but it's missing a little something. And 5, talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same. Usually the 3rd movie in a trilogy is bad, but I like Sonic 3. And it seems like they could just keep pumping out more. One day we're gonna be living in a world where they have like Avengers Endgame, but for the Sonic franchise. It's very different from Fast and Furious Mad Max's. I actually want to give it a shot. I'm very curious because I have no idea what the movie's about. I just thought that they're racing in the desert. Fifth Element 4 stars feels so asymmetrical. Right? It should have 5 stars. It should have 5 stars. Okay, it's a small list, so I'll just go down real quick. I put Apocalypse Now to my to watch list, but to be honest, I have no idea what that movie is. I don't know why I put it there. I haven't touched this in like, I don't know, 3-4 years. Black Hawk Down is also on my to watch list. I think that's a war movie though, isn't it? I don't like war movies because my mom loves war movies. And I found them a little bit, I don't know. Maybe it's just too real. Maybe it's just too real. I want to watch it to escape, not think about like the complexities of the world, the good and bad of human nature. I could deal with it in like a fantastical setting. When I think of war setting, it just hits a bit too close to home. They're not racing in Mad Max. They're not racing in Mad Max. So they're chasing each other. I was under the impression this entire time that they're racing. Are they just chasing each other in the desert? I thought Fury Road was like Rainbow Road and... Okay, I'm gonna add this to my list. I'm gonna add it to my list. Let's see, maybe I should log into Letterboxd right now just so I can add it. Feel free to follow me if you happen to have a Letterboxd. Sign in. My is STFUBoomy. Oh shoot, I don't know what my password is, and I don't think I could sign in with Google, so I'll probably just add it to my app later because my phone is charging. I forgot to charge it last night. I put Black Widow on here, but I didn't leave any review. Ooh, I watched Dark Shadows. Have you guys seen Dark Shadows with it's a Tim Burton movie, and I think Johnny Depp is in it. I was in a vampire mood that day. I watched Dark Shadows and What We Do in the Shadows the same night. I remember I watched What We Do in the Shadows. I was like, this is so great. I rated it 4 stars because I thought it was so funny. This was April 2nd, 2022. I said I wanted... No. I guess I watched Dark Shadows first. I said I wanted to watch this after Dark Shadows to continue on with the vampire themes, and since their names were so similar. I actually really like this movie. Taika's awkwardish, very casual humor shines here, and the movie makes you feel really good. You care about these vampires and the totally mundane world that they live in. It's cute how often I think about how absurd creatures living among us. No, it's cute and often how I think about absurd creatures living among us. But yeah, I ended up watching the show, right? The show's on what, like Max? HBO Max? But they started me off on the 5th season. So I was sitting there and like, you know, they had the little assistant guy or whatever, the main guy's assistant guy. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna become a vampire on my own. And I was just sitting there thinking like, oh, maybe... I was just confused. I was confused the entire time. I was like, oh, maybe this is just like where they're the jumping off point between like the movie and the show. No, I was watching the very last season. Without realizing. I think I got like 4 episodes in before I realized, like, oh, this isn't season 1. And I watched season 1, I was like, oh, this makes a lot more sense. I get no letters from Iwo Jima for Boomi. Yeah, I don't know. I have to like really be... I have to be in a particular mood to watch a war movie, personally. I think if it's... I don't know. I don't really like World War II movies either. I think because I just felt very like... bombarded with them growing up. Like, it was everywhere. World War II stuff was everywhere for me growing up, right? Like, I was really like in the thick of it, kind of. And not to give too much away, but like it was just everywhere I looked. And I don't know, I just kind of thought like, well, I guess maybe that's why it hits too close to home for me. It's just like, it's just there. It's like right there. Let's see. I think comedy movies, what do I have on here? I watched I Love You Man, and I gave that a 4 stars. What else do I have? Shrek 2 is a 5 star. The 5 stars that I have on here: Midnight in Paris, Phantom Thread, Shrek 2, Spider-Man No Way Home, Tenet, and Whiplash. Those are my 5 stars. Zoolander has a 4 stars for me when it comes to comedy. Zoolander, What We Do in the Shadow. Oh, The King. The King and the Last Duel. Those are my kinds of... I like historical movies that like really make you feel like they brought a camera back to like, you know, the ancient times. I think The King might have been the first Timothée Chalamet movie that I watched. The only thing that I wrote on here was like, I finally got around to watching it, and what do I think of the movie? Honestly, I can tell it was really good, but I didn't feel it. That's why I gave it 4 stars. Everything felt really believable. Like I really bought into the world and the characters, but not gonna lie, I was pretty high. So I do felt like quite a few things went over my head, or I just wasn't giving it my full attention. I was just not in the right mindset to watch it, if that makes sense. I didn't give the film the attention it deserves. Regardless, I totally enjoyed the movie, and I honestly didn't want it to end, but probably because the ending did feel quite abrupt. I hope to revisit again later this year, and this was in 2022. I haven't seen it since. Oh yeah, and Robert Pattinson was in this, and I was like, I can't wait for his Batman. I said Timothée Chalamet is obnoxiously handsome. Now he's my goat. He's my goat. I'm rooting for him. It's like seeing a classmate become like popular. I don't know. I feel like I just get the feeling that this guy could have been in my class. You know what I mean? Have I watched the bad one? I haven't. The one with Will Smith and what's the other guy's name? Martin Lawrence. I haven't seen those movies, but we had them on DVD, but like we never. That wasn't like something that we watched. I think my dad watched it alone, but maybe I like might have seen it like here and there growing up, but yeah. I still need to watch Zoolander. Zoolander is great. Here's what I wrote. I said, honestly, no idea what I was expecting from this movie, but I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. It's not like I had low expectations or anything, but I know that if I were a good-looking dude, this would be my favorite movie. The himbo energy is just off the charts, but in a wholesome way rather than a mean-spirited way, and the whole movie just feels so charming, and it didn't age as poorly as you'd think an early 2000s comedy would, since sometimes those movies would kind of make you cringe. I never really thought of Ben Stiller. This actually made me kick off on like a whole like Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, like not binge, but I ended up watching a lot of other movies from them, like Starsky and Hutch, and what was another one? Hall Pass. No, Hall Pass is just Owen Wilson and Jason Sudeikis, but I gave that one 3 stars. But yeah. I just said that I never saw them as handsome dudes since they've always been dad actors to me. It was a little weird seeing them portrayed this way, but mostly because I have to think, are they handsome? Especially for Owen Wilson. I've always saw them as dads. Now that I think about it, they do have pretty symmetrical faces. And Owen Wilson's hair and that scene with him dressed like an angel was like, wow, it suited him so well. Will Ferrell was great as Mugatu too. You can totally see how his style of over-the-top comedy shines in some scenes. This is me like trying my hardest to like convey my feelings for when I watch a movie. That way I can really like, you know, when I look back on it, I can be like, oh yeah, that part. I just thought it was a goofy, absurd, and charming movie. I thought I had the plot figured out early on, but it definitely defied my expectations. If I have a movie on here, then I kind of like to go in completely, I guess kind of completely blind. What else did I put on here? The movie that actually made me want to start doing this reviews was the 2003 Amanda Bynes rom-com, What a Girl Wants. I don't know if you guys have heard of this movie, but I hated it so much that I was like, I gotta start logging movies in here. Little girl shoujo manga but disguised as Amanda Bynes movie. It was so dumb, I hated it, but I couldn't stop watching it. The beginning seemed like it had terrible lip sync / voiceover. I thought I was never gonna get over it, but eventually got better. Amanda Bynes was definitely a Mary Sue Genki girl that gets all the eyes and love because she's so quirky, oh whoa. The boy got mad at her for no reason too. It was so dumb. I hated it, but not in the way that I'm mad at it. It's just a stupid the whole time. Good, bad movie. I ended up watching, I think if Amanda Bynes' What a Girl Wants is the 1-star, I did watch Not Another Teen Movie for the first time like a couple weeks ago when I was sick. And like that actually made me feel so much better. Like I was laughing like out loud. Literally LOLing. Trying not to cough my lungs out. I got 2 movies that came out. Oh, the FNAF movie. I forgot that came out. Isn't that crazy that that's a thing? The Banana Splits too. Okay. FNAF. But I know nothing about FNAF. And Banana Splits and Willy's Wonderland. Ooh, with Nicolas Cage. I feel like he has like perfect acting for sort of like cheesy kind of comedy. Oh, the Hangover movies. I'm trying to think. I don't even know if I've watched those like all the way through. I know that I've seen them here and there, but I don't think that I've watched them with like the purpose of like, you know, oh, let me look back on this. I don't know. This is why I like to write down what I think about a movie because, you know, you'll watch like Starsky and Hutch. I watched it and I was actually gonna go put it on the other day when I was sick before. I was gonna watch that instead of Not Another Teen Movie because I thought I hadn't seen it before. And I was like, oh, I like Zoolander. I started watching it and I was like, I've seen this before. I think I've seen this before. And my review for this is I watched this a while ago and honestly I can't remember much from it besides Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson is supposed to be hot? I'm not trying to say Owen Wilson's ugly. I don't think he's ugly, but I just wasn't expecting him to be like a lady killer in these movies. I'm about to start some one-sided beef with Owen Wilson. Oh, Renfield! That's like the vampire one too, right? I heard that one was really good. Too. I feel like he has like, I don't know how to nail down his acting, but I feel like he has like a particular sense of acting that, I don't know. Like, it could be like... I don't want to say like The Room. It's like The Room, but good. You know? I don't know. Nicolas Cage and the... You know what? Maybe I'm underappreciating Nicolas Cage. I'm gonna add some more of his movies to my letterbox. I'm gonna go through letterbox and I'm gonna think of all the movies that I want to watch. I have to really add a lot of stuff on there. And I'll add it, and then I'll be able to like ask you guys for some recommendations too. Maybe every week I can ask you guys for recommendations, and I know that there's like this website where you can add all the movies from your watch list on Letterboxd, and you could put it into like a randomizer, and it'll tell you what movie that you're gonna watch next. So maybe we could do that. Have I seen Borat? I haven't seen any of those movies. I've been watching the other day I was actually watching like a YouTube documentary kind of about Sacha Baron Cohen's like genius. Like I didn't even know what Borat. I remember it coming out and I remember like everybody talking about it, but it wasn't a movie that I was allowed to watch, right? It was I guess a little bit too mature. So when I found out literally a few months ago what the movie was about, like that it's like, I guess you could say it's like a prank video as a movie. A little bit better than that, a lot better than that, but you know, in a general, I just wasn't expecting it to be like that. And it made me really interested in watching the movie. I thought it was just him. I thought it would be like Jackass, like those movies. I've never seen Jackass either. Honestly, Jackass feels like a YouTube video that they just put in theaters, right? Just these guys doing crazy stunts. Either way, I was really interested in watching Borat. I do want to add that to my list too. Borat and I don't know. I've been watching like a lot. I was watching. It was also like those interviews where he goes through all of the movies that he was in, because I wanted to see him talk about. I wanted to see him talk about King Julian from Madagascar. That's why I watched them. And then I was like, oh, that's what his movies are about. I thought it was just him going around being a dumbass. But no, they're a little bit better than that. Yeah, the catch a predator thing. I remember seeing that go viral too, but I didn't really know what to think about it because I didn't know like what his movies were about. I was just like, wow, that's crazy that they caught it on camera, but like that's kind of the thing. It just so happened, not just so happened, but yeah. GTA before GTA is Falling Down, starring Michael Douglas from 1993. Okay, Falling Down, I'll add that too. You know, maybe let me open up Discord. Actually, you know what? Just type it in the Discord. Or you can leave a comment on the VOD of this video, or even VOD Squad if you're here. Let me know what kind of movie you think I should watch. That way I can add it to my Letterboxd, because I would be adding it right now, but I don't know my password. I'm only logged in on the app, and my phone is in my room charging, because it was about to die when I started stream. So that way I can add all of the movies to my list. Let me see, what kind of movies do I have on here that I do want to watch? I do have a couple of war movies on here, but I don't think I would end. I don't know. I don't even know why I added them. I think they were just sort of like, oh, if you don't like war movies, maybe you should try and watch these. Black Hawk Down, Full Metal Jacket, Platoon. I think that's it. I think that's it. And I don't know, it's been kind of fun to like watch the movies that I really wanted to watch like when I was a kid too, but I didn't like, I only went to the movies if like my parents were like, hey, let's go watch this movie, right? So I remember, do you guys remember the movie Year One with Jack Black and Michael Cera? I wanted to watch that movie so bad when I saw the trailer. I was like, this looks so funny. I want to see it so bad. And then I ended up watching it. And I think when it came out, like people said that it sucked ass. But I was just like, okay, maybe I won't watch it anyways. I did end up watching it eventually. I gave it a 3 stars. It could have been bad. It could have been worse. But, John, hello, welcome. So just movies we think you'd like, any parameters? Honestly, I do want to be more adventurous. I think maybe... yeah, just go ahead, add anything you think I'd like. I love history movies. I love like escaping into something different. So yeah. If we spin the wheel and it lands on it and I'm not feeling it, I'll keep it on the wheel. But yeah, I don't know if I don't know. I think I will end up spinning the wheel live. Well, I'll see. Maybe if there's like a day where I'm just like, oh, I'm good with any movie, then we'll spin the wheel. Maybe other days I'll have a specific movie in mind. But I feel like movies, especially because like they've been around for so long, it's such a way to learn about other perspectives, about like, I don't know. I just love a good movie. My family was the kind we could watch like a movie like at least a few times a month. But it mostly be like blockbusters, you know? Monty Python and the Holy Grail is my #1. I have Monty Python's Life of Brian that I watched. February 6th, 2022. I unfortunately gave it 3 stars. T4, welcome back. Okay, I said for Monty Python, okay? I wish I could have liked this more. I wanted to watch something that would scratch my Norseman itch. Oh my god, have you guys seen that show? Norseman? I think it's on Netflix. It's pretty funny. It's like these guys, these Norsemen, right? And yeah, they're just living. It's like a comedy, like historical comedy. Either way, I think I remember I saw in the comments that a lot of people said that oh, if you like Norseman, the comedy's pretty similar to Monty Python. And I thought, okay, you know, everybody says it's like a classic comedy movie, so I'll watch it. But yeah, I wanted to watch something that would scratch my Norseman itch, and this kind of did it, but also not really. It was an in-between of Norseman, which laughed at the absurdity without directly calling... I guess like the absurdity of like history and like culture, like historical culture and stuff, without directly calling it out, and Year One, which felt more self-aware in how absurd the historical practices were. Some parts made me chuckle, but it was really that phenomenon where someone tells you something will be funny, so you set your expectations high, and the jokes don't really land because of that. It was a nice, quirky movie, but just nice, really. Basically, I think that Monty Python humor, or at least the humor in this particular movie, has become so influential and such a staple that me watching this nearly 50 years later is just, nothing new, you know? Specifically referring... the biggest dickest joke. It feels like a YouTube sketch now. That said, I do recognize the movie's significance to comedy. I just wish that I watched it sooner. Who knows? Holy Grail is supposed to be the top one, so maybe that might fit better. Oh, I did mention Holy Grail here. Yeah, I heard the Holy Grail is like a lot of people's favorite Monty Python, right? You know, I actually watched National Lampoon for the first time this Christmas. I watched, was it a holiday vacation? I don't know. That was the very first time that I've seen that movie, or like any of the National Lampoon movies, and it was really funny. It's gonna be a new Christmas tradition for me. Usually it'd just be like the Polar Express and A Christmas Story, but this time, National Lampoon is added to that one too. I heard a lot about Monty Python when I was a kid. Never saw it though. Same! The first time I saw it was... when was this? February 6th, 2022. It's kind of nice to like have the exact date that you watched the movie too, because it's like you can kind of think about where you're like what you're doing, and I think like there's a certain time to watch a movie that's gonna really affect your enjoyment of it too. It's kind of cool to see like how that affects it. My favorite movie, I guess I have 3 favorite movies. I would say Shrek 2, Fifth Element, and this one I watched it and I just fell in love with it. Midnight in Paris. I think I watched this after Zoolander. I don't know. Either way. Woody Allen being a weirdo aside, I absolutely love this film and I can't explain why. I admit a lot of the name drops and references went over my head, but I was familiar with most of them and their profession, just not so much their work. I mean, we learned about them in high school, so... That said, even though they did go over my head, the fact that I love this film so much is just amazing. I can't verbalize why I love this movie. I loved how whimsical it was and that it didn't need to explain how Gil time traveled. I also cracked up about how in the past he was like, ooh, Pog, I'll stay here. And then he and the lady went to the past and she's like, ooh, Pog, let's stay here. Really just resonated with the theme of don't be unhappy with your present by romanticizing the past or something like that. Gil stayed in the present and changed his life to something that he can be happy with rather than fantasizing about his escape to a simpler time. Basically, something I feel like as a history nerd this last year I can relate to a lot. It was just a nice, sweet, fun, whimsical movie, and I can't wait to watch it again knowing what type of film I'm getting into. Because I think for a good portion, I was expecting them to explain the time travel thing rather than just being like, this is just a thing, let's go. I don't know. Definitely a favorite of mine. I don't know if you guys have like whimsical movies like that, but I really enjoyed that one. It's been a while since I last watched it. 3 years almost, but yeah, I really like that one. I haven't seen Gladiator. I think we had that on DVD too. I probably have seen it, but I might have gotten it mixed up with 300. My dad, like, he watched 300 a lot. We watched that quite a few times at home. We have like a huge DVD collection. My favorite movies are the John Wick films. You know, I don't think I really like the action movies that much either now that I think about it. I mean, because I was never really into Taken, not super in... We watched John Wick at home a couple of times, but I wasn't like super into it either. I would say it's entertaining, but it's not something where I would think about it after, if that makes sense. Gladiator would be a great escape. And okay, Gladiator, I'll add that to my list. I was even thinking about that because they had the second one come out. Like, it doesn't even have to be like a historically accurate film. It just has to be like, you know, not like believable, but like I can buy into it. You know what I mean? Because I enjoyed Bridgerton too. I really did enjoy Bridgerton because it's not historically accurate. Like, they play up the stuff and like the costuming and the music to make it entertaining to a modern audience, but it's still, I could still buy into it enough, you know, where I'm not really like, oh, like they're not playing like, what is it, like Ariana Grande and with the string quartet in the Victorian era. Like, I don't know. Maybe one day you can rewatch Life of Brian because you ever watch something and then, yeah, maybe I could rewatch it. I would like to give it another shot, especially because I kind of remember the plot. I mean, I thought it was interesting that I compared it to maybe it's because I just was fresh off of Norseman and Year One. I really like Norseman. If you like Monty Python, try and give Norseman a shot on Netflix. It's been a while since I've seen it. I honestly kind of completely forgot about that movie or TV show until I read this review. But when I look back on it, it was actually really funny. Year One, I said. So I finally watched this movie. I was torn because I heard it wasn't very good, but also it was something I really wanted to see when I first saw the trailer, and I wanted to see Jack Black and Michael Cera together. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. I just got really fried and actually laughed. I had a good time watching this. I think the pacing sucked a bit. In the first half of the movie, it just felt like the two of them were going from point A to point B to meet comedians and make their cameos. But once they got to Sodom, the story started developing more and we got to spend more time in this one area and got fed some story instead of just jumping around for situational jokes. It started to feel more like an actual movie than a gag reel. That being said, I did like to see the progression from them being hunter-gatherers, then coming across farmers, and finally in a city. Yeah, I thought it was pretty sick. I just wish that it was executed better. The jokes were fine, potty humor, but not anything too eye-rolling or cringy. Michael Cera and Jack Black actually make a really good pairing though. Like, not only does their body difference make them feel like cartoon characters, but the confidence of Jack Black and the awkwardness of Michael Cera is just chef's kiss. Something about it is really fun to watch. And in the setting too, man, I just wish it was executed differently. Man, could you imagine a timeline where Year One was actually good? Wouldn't that be nice? I've seen a parody of 300. There's a parody of 300? No way. No way. I gotta see that too. Jaws. I've never seen Jaws either. I've actually never seen Jaws. You know, that's kind of what I want to do with doing Discord movie nights. Sure, watching like new movies, whatever, but I want to watch the classics. Like yeah, I want to watch the classics, like stuff that should be. If you watch movie, or if you like movies, or you know, if you even just want to like get into movies a little bit, this is something that you should watch. This is a movie that you should watch. Like this is just. These are the movies of movies. You know? Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris is a cute feel-good movie. You know, I should add more of like those feel-good movies to my list. All of mine's is let's see, if we're looking at to watch movies, it's all like history. I have The Irishman on here. Oh, but you know, The Irishman, I feel like you gotta watch like Goodfellas and like The Godfather. So I want to add like those kind of mafia movies to my list too. So that way I can lead up to The Irishman. The Last King of Scotland I have on here, but I don't really know much about it. I just know that I have that on here probably because I like The Last Duel and I like The King. I do want to rewatch The King too. I really did like that. I have The Power of the Dog and I rated it 4 stars, but I don't remember what it was about. I'm looking at it. The genre: drama, romance, and western. Romance? What was this movie about? And I gave it 4 stars too. The Power of the Dog. Oh, with Benedict Cumberbatch. I think I remember. A domineering rancher responds with mocking cruelty when his brother brings home a new wife and her son until the unexpected comes to pass. Well, I'm getting like Brokeback Mountain kind of vibes here. I kind of remember that he was naked in the water. That's kind of what I remember about this movie. Maybe this would be like another fun rewatch because of after playing Red Dead. I don't know. I don't even know why I added this to my watch list. I think I saw it on Netflix or something. Oh, I watched Elf this Christmas too. I would say, yeah. You know, as much as I did like the movie, we were thinking about watching it again when I went home, because I watched it at my apartment and then I went home with my family and they're like, oh, let's put on Elf. And I remember thinking like, oh, you know, I just saw that movie. What we ended up watching, because our usuals is Polar Express on Christmas Eve, and then we watched A Christmas Story, and we watched the rerun, because you know how they have like 24 hours of A Christmas Story? We keep that on TV. But this year, instead of watching 24 hours of it, we did A Christmas Story, and then they came up with a sequel, I think like last year or 2 years ago. I guess almost 3 years ago at this point. But yeah, they had a sequel, and I was like, oh man, like, you know, a sequel 40-something years later? I don't know. It might not be that great, but it actually had a lot of heart. It was not as bad as I thought it would be. Honestly, I would say it's a worthy sequel. I did like it. It's not as good as the original, but it does like follow through quite well. Boomi, since you're playing a lot of Rockstar games lately, you should totally play Bully. I do want to play Bully. I really do. You know, the only thing is, I have it on my phone. I don't know why, but I bought it on my phone. I wonder how much it is on Steam. I feel like Bully would be perfect for me. Oh, it's only 15. Why? I looked up Bully. There's a game called Massage My Ex Bully. What? What is this? And it's free? Turn the tables on your bully through seduction. Change the dynamic of your relationship with exquisite massage techniques and take Make the heroine fall head over heels with you. Transform her into your willing plaything in this tantalizing adventure of revenge and romance. It comes out Q2 20... This is not out yet. It's not even out yet. Oh my god. I can't even show you what I'm looking at. Okay, yeah, obviously mature content. You can give her a massage on her thighs and her buttocks. And then there is a button for massage intensity. There is a phallic shape outline on the side there for some reason. There's like a dominance level with a scale. And then there's also like a shot of her behind. You have it from like an aerial view, and then you have it from a side view, and then you have it from a complete back view where you can see her bunghole poking out from between her thong. And you're just giving her a massage. Features 420 unique facial expressions for the heroine. Utilizes live 2D technology for fluid, lifelike movements during massages. Each body part allows for 15 minutes of massage time. There's also a picture of her like slapping you, so I guess you kind of like have to coerce her. Oh, and there's also like, you can also be like, what is this? Like licking her ear? So she's like, you want a massage? She's like, oh, give me a massage. And then you just kind of like make the massage so good that she lets you touch her. Okay, anyways. Anyway. That was curious. Okay. What game are we talking about? If you look up bully, you get massage my ex-bully. Coming soon. Oh, and you get the screenshots. I get the screen. So she's there in the waiting room, and she comes in. You can, bro. She got some massive areolas. They have a naked version too. Oh. Okay. So this is a lot of pictures on there that I can't show. But yeah, bully. Because I remember, dude, the graphics look actually so good on here. Maybe I do want to play bully on the PC. Because I never finished it on my phone version because I thought it was just a little bit too, I don't know. I just didn't like the control. I don't like playing games on my phone, honestly, at all. I paid $4 for Bully though, I think. But Bully, I played this so much with my brother. We'll take turns. I didn't really like play through the story, but we would take turns just like, you know, wrecking havoc on the campus. I did watch him play through the story, so I know pretty much how this goes down for the most part. But yeah, I feel like I would love to play Bully, to be honest. Have you played Honey Pop? Yes. Yes, that was actually one of the first games that I bought on Steam. You know why I played Honey Pop? Oh, Melty! Welcome, Melty! I didn't know you were here. During this odd section. Also, Gonzo, welcome, hello! I played Honey Pop. Do you guys remember when Max Mofo from Cold Ones, when he was like a Let's Play YouTuber? That's what got me into like, what was that? What were they called? What were they called? The Cancer Gang? I don't remember. But like, you know, Max, Frank, and iDubbbz. I think I started watching Max first, and then Frank came up randomly through like a friend's recommendation after. And then iDubbbz kind of came in through like YouTube recommendations out. But either way, Max Mofo, he was doing like YouTube Let's Plays, and he was playing Scribblenauts, and then one of the games he was playing was Honey Pop. I was like, oh, the puzzle for that game looks really addicting. So that was the first game that I bought on Steam because I wanted to I just wanted to play the game myself. So I did... How much hours do I have in Honey Pop? Let me look. I don't think I have that many though, to be honest. Honey Pop... 28 hours. I think that I got through almost everybody. I don't know if I have them fully. Wait, I have cards. Does the cards mean that I got them fully? I don't know. I have a Tiffany card. I have Audrey. Audrey Belrose is my favorite. I was kind of bummed that I didn't see her in the second one. And Lola. I did play Honey Pop 2 on stream before. Honestly, the images are kind of like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I'm more into like the gameplay, to be honest. I know anybody can say that, but trust me. So yeah, Honey Pop 2. I have 6.9 hours in Honey Pop 2. That's actually, you know, that's screenshot worthy. I gotta screenshot this. That's perfect. Here's my screenshot. Did it save? Where is it? Okay, whatever. I just can't touch the game. But I don't know if I like the characters in Honey Pop 2 as much. I don't know. I kind of miss Tiffany. I like the taboo of having like Tiffany and Jessie, the mom and the daughter. But Audrey is my favorite. I love her just talking shit at me. It's just like, you fucking bitch. You know, I hate you, but that's why I'm going to take you on a date so I can dominate you later. Put you in your place. The puzzle for the... I swear, it's the puzzle. You know, you gotta be like, oh, I don't know. When you really get into it... I used to invite like people to my dorm in college, and I'll be like, hey, you want to play this game that I have when I have my friends over? And I'll be like, okay, don't worry about like what's gonna happen on the date. Let's just play through this puzzle together because I'm stuck and I need help. And we'd be playing it together, and then they don't know Honey Pop. They don't know what to expect. I'm just like, yeah, you just take these girls out on a date. And then be like, whoa, what's going on here? It's like watching spicy bits for the story. Wait, you guys don't read hentai for the story? I'm moving that dresser and only hearing snippets of the conversation, having no context for massive aerials. Don't look up bully on Steam, guys. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. I'm say-so. I promise. I promise. Okay, since we're nearing the 2-hour mark, let me go ahead and kind of you know, wrap things up just a little bit. Yeah. You know what's funny? What started this whole tangent was because I wanted to talk about streaming just a little bit less, or having a lighter streaming schedule and doing more like community stuff, and then talking about movies. And then we started talking about movies, and then for some reason for some reason, as if I wasn't clicking on a hentai game on Steam. I don't read hentai for... It's been ages since I last went on Tafaku, okay? Yeah, you gotta read it for the plot. You just can't go into the plot. You go in for the plot. This is why I gotta end my stream soon. Okay, alright, let's see. What else did I wanted to talk about? Yeah, I don't know. You know, maybe I'll save some of this stuff for next time. I had like other things that I want, especially like about the UFOs. Ooh. Apparently there's supposed to be like some major news that's gonna come on what's the channel? News Nation, I think. whatever channel that is, tonight. They're like, oh, we got this whistleblower who's going to like show us some video of alien crash retrieval. Yeah, sure, we'll see. Oh, dude, they have a whole mega thread for it right now. Here. Let me go here. We'll just do a quick look, a quick gander at the conspiracy theorists. This is all that I get on my Reddit because of that one freaking stream. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a little interesting, but, you know, by the time that the drones were happening in New Jersey, oh my god, that's all that I saw. Literally every single airplane or balloon that somebody found. Oh, is this a drone? Oh god. What is this? He has overwhelming evidence. Apparently it's supposed to happen tonight, I guess. So I guess when we wake up tomorrow morning, we'll see whatever they're talking about. I think it's this guy. We're not alone. The sky is not classified and our consciousness can't be redacted. Okay, so if you tuned in to my UFO, it was like the UAP congressional hearing. They had a big hearing back in November and I was watching it and I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. So I did like a whole stream talking about like a little bit of like history of UFOs and all that kind of stuff. One of the theories is that aliens are not just coming from outer space, but they're coming from different dimensions. Watch me like in 30 years eating my words like, oh, of course they're coming from different dimensions. They're coming from different dimensions and they have like telepathic powers or something. Like they're on like a higher consciousness. And so when I saw this, our consciousness can't be redacted, I was like, oh god, please don't tell me. I don't want that to be a thing. Imagine if the Force was real. Honestly, you know, what if extraterrestrial being non-human intelligence, what if they are using like the Force? What if they have unlocked 100% of their brain power? So that way they don't have to get up to, they don't have to get off the couch to grab the remote to turn up the volume. They could just vroom, bring it over. And I mean, hey, if they could teach me how to do that mildly, that wouldn't be too bad, probably. What was I gonna look at? I don't remember what I was gonna look at on here. I think this guy is gonna have, I don't know, some dude's having some interview tonight and he has something to share. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Levels of the US military, the US Air Force, his service is corroborated by 3 people on the program and 2 of his colleagues who've worked with him on what he euphemistically refers to as the range where these objects were recovered, backing his story. And they are also former Tier 1 operatives, the very highest elite of the US military. We've been able to confirm Mr. Barber's service with him.
Also, the guy who's talking about her consciousness is the one who's going to... Okay.
With him when he's gone to give
I don't know if I like
to
that.
the Senate Select Committee for Intelligence, and we've been watching over his shoulder as he's also briefed Arrow.
This guy's seen some shit. He knows something. He knows something we don't know. Maybe his proof. He takes off his skin suit. He's like, I'm the proof. I'm the proof, guys.
The Pentagon's UFO office. And
what does he know?
Quite clear. Everyone's taking his information very
Why is
seriously.
I so
The big question
open?
is anybody going to do anything?
And they are really America's
He's not
best of the
blinking
best. They're our
either.
finest operators and special operations.
He's not blinking.
Whenever anything bad goes down,
Bro hasn't blinked once.
these are the folks that you call to go and fix it. And so when you have someone of his caliber coming out,
Okay, but he can close his eyes. I guess it's just during that. Oh, he has glasses on in this one.
NHI stands for non-human intelligence. It's basically, Chris, the vernacular that's used now to describe something that is not of human origin. Basically a...
Okay, whatever. Anyways. This whole sub has been freaking out because they're just like, oh my god, there's like a lot of whistleblowers coming out nowadays. This dude who was at the hearing, he had a book come out though. If you want to hear more about it, I did like a stream about it, breaking it down, talking about like the parts to be like cautious of and stuff. But he has been saying like, oh yeah, sometime this month you guys are going to get something pretty spicy. And yeah, stuff like that. Either way, I guess we'll find out in the next few days, maybe. My lizard blinks more than... Right? Like, clearly broken squint. He's squinting outside. Why... Why was he looking like that on the interview? Like, that's a very critical moment for you to appear normal. But I don't think, like, having your eyeballs halfway outside of your head and not blinking for a single time... Unless during his interview, he's like, guys, it's me. Watch this. He does telepathy or something. Maybe he makes the cameraman piss his pants telepathically. I don't know. Show me something cool. Show me what you've got. The dead alien me. I was thinking, imagine if, like, you know, that guy, the body was a real alien, and, like, you know, maybe his family or, like, descendants are just like, oh my god, that's Uncle Billy, and, like, they've uncovered him, that's where he went, and we're just out here turning into a meme. I am personally of the opinion that octopi are alien. They're too weird. Oh, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? There's actually like a UFO shape. I think it might have been on here before too. There's one that's called like a jellyfish UFO, where they're like, oh, look at the shape, it's so freaky. Oh, here it is. I showed this on the stream too. And there was like another video I saw yesterday. I don't know if it was on this subreddit or another subreddit, but they had like a shape that kind of looked like this. It was a lot less clear though. It could have been on this. There's so many like UFO, like alien subreddits that just keep coming up. I guess it's so easy to fall down a rabbit hole of like conspiracy theories, because first you go into here and then, you know, Reddit's like, oh, suggested communities. There is one community called like Above the Normal News or something on Reddit, where they show you news that I don't know, it's just you kind of get the feeling like, I don't think that I should be here. Like, I think it's a slippery slope to be here. But they have, I don't know, there's like a video of it had a shape like this, and it had like little 3 dots around it, and all the dots, well, 2 dots landed on the little thing, and one of the dots was just kind of like on the side. I guess he didn't get a chance to land, I don't know. But the shape kind of contracted, kind of like if you're gonna do a big jump, contracted and boop, disappeared, and the person recording was like, oh, what the heck. The crazy thing is, it's like, oh, if you had something like this kind of video, like, I don't know, in the 70s or something, 80s, maybe 90s, people would be like, oh, okay. But to have this kind of video, all this stuff coming out now, with how easily accessible it is for programs to like fake this kind of stuff, you can't believe anything you see online. It looks like a stain on the camera. I think that might have been I think that might have been the camera footage from that clearer picture. I think they had like, I don't know. Either way, hopefully we'll get some HD stuff soon. When they were at the hearing, they're like, oh yeah, NASA and the government has like thousands of HD like videos and stuff. They just don't want to share it. Why not? Let me see. I want to see some earth-shattering news. This is not... The the whole drone thing was kind of weird though, wasn't it? I was just like, oh my gosh, I wonder what could possibly happen next. I had a feeling it would just die down and nobody talks about it again, and it seems like that might be the case. Octopi evolve to live on land and take over is most likely. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun to have like another intelligent species to just be like, I don't know. I was thinking if aliens do come, I want to know like surely they have like their kind of entertainment and fun stuff. Like, what did they like? What did they think about the stuff that we like? Do they have any movies and stuff? And then I also thought like, oh, maybe they just don't have entertainment at all. Maybe, you know, I think if they don't see the value in entertainment, they could be super duper smart. But if they don't see the value of entertainment, if they're just sort of like work focused only, I don't know, you can be as smart as you say, but I don't think they're gonna be as smart as us. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? If they're just like, oh, movies, that's a waste of time and that's drivel, and like books that are meant for escapism rather than like learning and stuff, right? If they don't see the value in that, then like, how intelligent can you really be? Like, sure, you can be, I don't know, you can have like the most advanced technology and all of that stuff, but you're gonna have to have a little bit more than that to impress me. People can't control themselves. Hell would break loose. Yeah, they actually, the guy who had his book that he was selling, what's his name? Louis Elizondo, I think. I know his last name's Elizondo, but the guy with the beard, right? He did the congressional hearing. He said, I think like a day or two ago, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to like the Vatican, and I'm gonna go to like meet with religious leaders in the next few weeks, because when this news comes out, like they gotta be prepared on like how to tell their folks on all of this stuff. Just like, no way. Show me your plane tickets then. Red, welcome. I think I actually might hop off in the next few minutes. I'm sorry. I just felt my tummy grumble. I think I should go make some pancakes. I still haven't finished my coffee. Probably really cold now. It might as well be iced coffee, Jesus Christ. Can always watch Oblivion VOD. That was a lot of fun. I actually was thinking about Oblivion last night. Maybe I might play I'm gonna play a little bit over the weekend. That way I can level up. I at least just need some stronger weapons, because I can't keep running away from the enemies. That was just it was embarrassing. I'm sure it was not fun to watch. Getting chased by 4 wolves, not knowing how to get into Kavar Thopolis, whatever that place is called. And speaking of, have you seen Arrival? I don't think I've seen it all the way through, but I think that was one of the movies that my mom was watching before her nap, because I don't remember seeing or like knowing much about the beginning part, or maybe I was just like on my phone, because that's what I like to do sometimes, you know, hang out but like kind of half paying attention. But I remember that's the movie where they like you have the linguistic lady and they're trying to decipher what the aliens were trying to say, and they have like this little ink blob language. It's like a big white like liminal space-ish, and they're like trying to say stuff through the ink blobs. What were they trying to say? I don't even remember what they're trying to say, but they were nice, weren't they? They were just like, maybe they're just like, hey, help us guys. My favorite theory about aliens is that they're very concerned about how we are treating our environment. I was actually thinking about this on the way home too. Like, okay, say that they are concerned about how like climate change and stuff, because they're like, oh, it's not common for you know, planets to have life, and you have this one species who's out here kind of fucking it up for everybody else. And then I was thinking, what if there is like a galactic federation and just like, oh, amazing, galactic federation, how many other of us are there? Like, how many other like intelligent species are there in the galaxy? They look around, I don't know, like 5. If it's less than 10, it wouldn't that be, it'd be amazing, don't get me wrong, but wouldn't it be a little bit, I don't know, like there's only 5 like other species. What are you telling me? There's only 5 of us, nobody else? I think a number I'd be comfortable with. Like, give me at least, like, 17. At least 17. I think that seems kind of reasonable. Like, they don't even have to, like, leave their planets, you know? But at least they have, like, civilization and stuff, right? At least 17, maybe, like, 10 of them are, you know, able to fly across space at, like, hyperspeed. They're like, no. There's, like, 5 of us across the entire universe. That's it? No wonder they'd be mad if we're, like, destroying our environment. I'll take 0. I don't know. Wouldn't 0 be kind of like a little empty too? I guess 5 wouldn't be too bad. Maybe they'll just be like, no, we started this shit like, I don't know, like 200 years ago. That's when we just all first met each other. So you guys aren't too far behind. I mean, tech-wise, maybe you're a little bit far behind, but we all just started getting along like 200 years ago. So, you know, you guys are coming in at a good time. But at the same time, you guys are in trouble because your environment is not doing too hot and we're a little bit disappointed in. I'd be so embarrassed. I'd be so embarrassed if they're just like, hey, guys, get it together. They put us on a timeout. You guys can't govern yourself. You don't know how to protect the environment. I'd be so embarrassed on us behalf of a species. But to be fair, it's like, you know, we kind of, if you think about it, the Industrial Revolution was like not that long ago. I don't think yeah, people didn't like really know better that long ago, but still. We know a little bit better now, but I guess nobody really wants to do anything about it, but still. They couldn't get mad at us in like I would say 100 years ago. You don't have to get mad at us even like 70 years ago. Now you could get mad at us. I think we know a little bit better now, and yeah, come in and give us a stern talking to. You guys are in timeout until you guys can reverse climate change and do better. There's a countdown clock actually in one of the neighborhoods down in the city that I like to go visit a lot. I think the clock is at like 4 years. Wait, let me look it up. What does it say? It's the countdown timer, right? Countdown timer. The climate clock. Where is it? Yeah, this is they have this downstairs. Oh, it's at 4 years. I remember I saw it at like maybe 5 years, and I was like, oh, it's not too bad. I think you could like live right across the street from here. Just imagine like every day you see the timer kicking down. Isn't that crazy though? It went live on 2020, September 19, 2020. Oh, I always thought that it seemed like a little bit older than that. But I mean, it works. You're looking at it and you're just like, damn. Every time you come back, you're like, oh, damn. Imagine when it hits 0. But I think it's like when it gets to an irreversible period. Yeah. What if the aliens are behind this one? They're like, come on, we even put a clock in your cities, bro. You guys aren't listening. I'd be very embarrassed. Oh my god. Start start a movie nights on Discord. That's the plan. Maybe every month. I think every month for sure. I want to watch a new movie. Yeah, they're trying to stop. Oh, in Arrival, they're trying to stop war on Earth. You know, that's the theory. That's the theory, actually. Because they say that the UAPs are always flying around like little nuclear facilities and like turning off the I don't know, just like messing around with it and be like, hey, cut that shit out, and they're like turning it off. I talk about it in the stream. I think it's called What's in Our Skies. I think that's what I called it. But yeah, I talked about it there. And they're trying to stop nuclear warfare. They were just like, guys, don't use this technology for evil. What the fuck are you thinking? Come on, get it together. It's like when your parents see you fighting with your sibling. You're making a mess of the room because you're fighting, you're scuffling, you're just in that big ball of dust with limbs just flying out of it like you're in The Sims. I've never played Mass Effect. I'm just imagining a group of battle-hungry Krogans being one of the PC. I imagine there's just like so few of us out there, and the only other ones out there, they suck. They're just awful. Not that they like suck as like, not that they're like mean to us or anything, but just like on a species level, we just like completely different things. We just can't get along. We can't make any, like, we're the odd ones out. Maybe we're the only ones. I watched a movie, I think I have it in my little movie thing. What was it called? The History of Future Folk. It was an indie film, but it was about, I think it was about aliens? Were these guys aliens? Let me look it up. I don't talk about it. I gave it 2 stars. It felt more like just like a long concert, or I thought the concert parts were better than like the actual like movie part. The concert parts were the best part of the film. I think it's based off of a band, a folk band. Wow, a lot of people actually gave us a lot of... That's 93 on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, 2 aliens from the planet Hondo have come to take over our planet, but when they discover an amazing human invention called music, but when they, so these 2 aliens, they come over, they're like, oh, I'm gonna take over Earth, but then they're like, yo, they got music. We don't have music. What the heck is music? So they head to a tiny Brooklyn bar and start the universe's first Hondonian bluegrass duo called Future Folk. I think the movie's on YouTube. Probably for free. But yeah, wouldn't that be interesting? Like, we're the only ones with music out there and everybody else is just like, yo, well, maybe these guys aren't too bad after all. I'll be, you know what? I'm gonna say it first. Lucid Multimedia will become the first intergalactic idol group in the universe. You heard it here first, folks. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it now. That's like the Rick and Morty. Was it the one where they have the show? Was it the one, the Show Me What You Got? Their little American Idol. I was thinking that too. Like, I'd actually be embarrassed. Like, what if they're all watching all the time? What if you're watching me right now, aliens? What's up? Give me a sub. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the channel. Hey, how about you make your presence known? Say hello in the comments below. Oh, hi, I'm Glorgon from planet Kumbiosis. It's very nice to meet you. Something like that. Shout out to our intergalactic boomers. Nah, I really don't think that there's gonna be anything coming out this weekend, next weekend, or for the foreseeable future. I think the status quo will continue as usual, but it's always something fun to think about. I think it's always like a fun hypothetical. Like, oh, I wonder what would happen one day. Hopefully we'll get to see something, maybe not something, but at least like maybe I don't know. I don't think that I would want them to come here. I think if they were to come here, then that'd just be like an embarrassing situation in general. I don't think that they would come here for any like good reason. I don't think it'd be like, hey, good job, you guys. You guys are doing really excellent here. We enjoy your work. How about you come join our galactic I don't think that we're at that level. So I think it would be a nice way in our lifetimes if we go to space and we're like, oh my god, look, this planet got dinosaurs or something like that, you know? I think that would be a nice way to discover life on other planets. If they were to come here, I don't think that they'd be very happy with how things are going. Especially if they're coming here for climate change. Imagine, they must got some pure air out there. They must got some really good air. Either way, thank you guys for joining me for today's Boomer Summit number 9. This is just kind of where we yap and chat. I will try and stay with better topics next time. I really wanted to use this. But you know, I just jump all over the place. Maybe I should just have like a general theme of what we talk about. Today was like mostly what? Movies? Yeah, like movies and stuff. So maybe I'll change the title. To the stuff that we're talking about, if that's helpful. Yeah, I would do timestamps, but I think it's just gonna be a lot of back and forth. My goal is also to just make these a little bit more manageable too, because I know that it's a it can be quite a bit if I'm doing like a 4-hour Zatsu. Who's gonna want to listen to that as a VOD? Not me. This is a great Zatsu. I'm glad. I want to get better at it. Let me go ahead and find somebody for us to raid. Meow meow meow. What do you guys plan to do after this? I think I want to go and grocery shop. I have to get a new loofah. I have to get new cotton pads, like the little face white cotton pads. I gotta get a couple of stuff from the store, and then I have to do IKEA stuff after. But at the same time, it's so cold outside. At the same time, it's only gonna get colder. So it's like, I should just brave it now, but no. I don't want to go outside. Playing some Oblivion, then football. Oh, you're gonna like actually go outside and play football? I guess if you're gonna play game football, you would play Madden, right? You say Madden. EA Sports is in the game. www.com. Alright, let's go ahead and send the raid over to Mino Mieko, who is guessing famous people. You think I know them, but I probably don't. With all the talk that we did about movies, I wonder if she's gonna name like actors and stuff. With all the talk that we did about movies, I wonder. Oh, the playoff games on TV. You're so right. Let's go Lions. That's tonight, isn't it? Oh my god. You know, maybe I'd probably be watching that too. If they make it to the Super Bowl, I mean, shoot, even if they make it a little bit further, you know, I have an old jersey from like, who's the guy? I have a Roy Williams Lions jersey. This is something that I wore like since childhood. Like anytime there's a Lions game on, it felt like more, it's not like I watched the game. I didn't watch it, but my dad had us all wear it because I guess like superstition or something. He played for the Lions. What? Maybe this is the wrong guy. Is this another Roy Williams? This is not. This is the Dallas Cowboy. Lions. No, he was here. He Oh, it says that you're here for the Detroit Lions, Cowboys, and Bears. Where? Oh, here it is. I was looking, I guess he played a different position on another team. 2004. 2004. He played, last time he played with them was 2008. So if I go to like a game and I have this jersey, they're gonna be like, oh, she's not a bad bandwagoner. She's been with us. She'd be rocking with us. Forever. Forever. I'm gonna sign up for Duolingo after this. Oh, enjoy. I would say, you know, I did get the Super Duolingo last year. I think I got it on accident. I didn't really want to pay for it, but I did the free trial and I forgot to cancel. Unless you're like actually gonna commit yourself, don't get Super Duolingo. You don't have to get it. But what's my streak? What's my Duolingo streak? I'm on day 413 of Duolingo. Today would be my 414th day once I do it. But I only play a minute a day, or like a couple minutes a day. So if you're gonna be anything like me, don't get Super Duolingo. But if you're actually gonna spend, like, I would say you could probably make good progress if you're spending at least like 30 minutes on the app a day. Try your best. Try your best. Good luck. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of fun. But don't forget to supplement it with other things too. Gonna go to work and rip out my boss for liking the Steelers. They got obliterated. I saw... No, that was Philadelphia. I saw like somebody, some Philly guy, he got fired from his job because he was shit-talking the lady standing and he was like, "You ugly bitch," or something. I was like, damn. Damn. And it made national news. Can you imagine? It was on NBC where I saw the clip. It's like, "You ugly bitch, that's why you're..." Was it... What kind of... They were like green... I think they were Packers fans. They were Packers fans. And he was calling her names and everything. Like just throwing out the... Like just any of the worst like things in his vocabulary that he could. I was like, damn. It made the national news, and the couple was like, "Yeah, you know, it's like shit talking, it's football, but I don't think we're ever gonna come back to Philly." I just moved to Pittsburgh. Watch your mouth. It's incredible how passionate like people get into sports. I didn't really get it until I went to my university, because my university was pretty solid, at least when I was there. Well, I think like the first half that I was there. Last half we fell off hard, but first half and like I think right before that I went there, we were awesome at basketball and football. I had a season pass for the football games. So much fun. It was so much fun. I learned our fight song solely by going to the football games. And then I remember in my sorority, like there I can't talk too much about like the pledging process, but like one of the things that they said was like, "Oh, you don't know like blah 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 blah. Okay, so you can at least tell us like the fight song for our school, right?" Nobody knew it except for me, because I was the one going to all of the sports games. So I saved the day by singing the song. And it was just me by myself in front of like a whole room of like actives that were like just scowling at. It was a good time though. And another time our school went to like they made it pretty far in March Madness. Every year for March Madness, we actually had the brackets out in the cafeteria. And one year we got like beat by like this like nobody school. And we were so like this, the whole campus was just so depressed. But one time we made it really far into the bracket for the tournament. And, you know, every week we'd have like March Madness, like on game days, March Madness decorated like cakes and cupcakes and sweets and stuff in the cafeterias. And one year after like a huge game, they came back. The team came back and the coach came back. It was maybe at like midnight or something. They just got off the bus and they went to the what is it? I can only think of the official, like the basketball area, right? And they were talking about I don't know, just like the game and stuff. And we're planning to go. Me and my friends are planning to go, but like one of them couldn't decide what to wear. They're like, oh, I got a shower and stuff. I think they came back at like 11. We didn't end up going to the thing. We didn't get there until like, I don't know, 12:30, almost 1 a.m. And we're like, how do we get inside? How do we get inside? We finally made it to the door. As soon as we opened the door, it was everybody. We opened the door and a couple people were leaving. And then there's just like a whole crowd of people leaving. I was like, no, we can't see the codes. We can't see the players. I did meet one player from our school's basketball team who's now in the NBA at like a random party. It was like a friend's party at like a friend's house. I don't know how he found out about it. The crowd was different that night. It was a lot of random people that night, when usually you would know like 90% of the people there. This time I knew like maybe 15% of the people there. Everybody else was completely random. Like, what's going on with this party? And then I come up from downstairs and I turn the corner. Whoop, I'm looking up. I'm like, the worst thing you could say to a tall person. Oh my God, how tall are you? He's like, I don't know, like 7 something. I think he was like 7 foot something. I don't know. Either way, massive guy. I was just like, oh, cool. Okay. He went downstairs. I was like, that guy's gotta be on the basketball team or something. Apparently one of the star players. Crazy how tall people can get. You I don't know. It's like, you know, I'm not gonna say it. It's like going to like the circus when you're at the basketball game, because you really just got like the most athletic, especially like at an NBA game. You got the cream of the crop of basketball players at an NBA game. So of course they're like massive, and you're just like, how are we the same species? It's like comparing a Chihuahua to like a Saint Bernard or something. Like, how are we the same? This is impossible. I don't believe it. Anyways, that's enough yapping from me. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's stream. If you've been sitting down for as long as I have, make sure you give your body a nice big stretch. Don't forget to stay hydrated. Drink some water. I should probably finish my cold coffee. And last but not least, treat yourself to something nice. I have to work on the schedule for this upcoming week, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for now, but I think you'll be excited for next week's stream schedule. I think we have something really good for you guys. So please look forward to that. As usual, I'll be seeing you next weekend. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. And until next time, take care. Once again, we are reading Mieko. Enjoy. See you next time.